Hello, welcome back to SKETCHFAB. In this episode, I'm gonna be doing some improvisation. I'll be making something that looks like an Apple Airpods. Okay, it's very simple shapes. I'm just gonna actually study the Airpods case, not the actual Airpods. This one is interesting design, but maybe slightly more complicated. But we're just gonna make this. Okay, so yeah, let's start with something. So we can start with just a simple box shapes and just simply push and pull. This one will work, and you know the Airpods case shapes. It's there's a dimensions that you can use in order to get the exact dimensions for what we are doing. Okay, in this case, if we are just pushing and pulling, the shape, you might think, okay, that's actually like super easy to make, right? Why are you showing me this? It's actually quite interesting shapes, and so I just create like a bevel around that area, and then Control 2, I'm selecting the face, and then Control 2, convert it to edges, and then I make it rounded like this, right? Like a capsule. That's basically the idea. Sometimes, okay, it's not so obvious, but it depends how you actually create the shapes. You might end up with a different kind of parasolid. In this case, we actually get something that looks like this, and you can play around and pushing and pulling the shapes because because this is inside Plasticity, and yeah, you get this kind of ability to push and pull, which is pretty strange unless you play around with Plasticity for a while. So I'm just gonna keep pushing this idea, following my intuitions. I don't know what I'm gonna be creating, but the basic shapes is the HomePod, the AirPods. Yeah, let's save this. Airpods Improv. So we already have something that's completely different. Can we insert this? Oh, okay. That's the funny thing with Plasticity, you cannot actually do the insert like that, but you can push and pull, and you can duplicate this area. Maybe can I scale this? See, you can even scale that area, and you get something already completely different from the original. Just probably gonna insert this area, select this face, O, insert. I can push this in and push that. Control 2, bevel. Or before I do that, maybe do this one first. Bevel. Create some kind of Robocop option. Click. Bevel. So a little bit like TV. Okay, by the way, the AirPods have this thing. What do they call it? Plasticity used to be able to do this, create this very easily. I think nowadays, I mean, you can duplicate this area. So I have a curve now and I can scale. Okay, this is what you use to open the lid of the AirPods, right? So we want to create this kind of emboss, something that goes in. So in this case I will use the line, turn it into a pipe. And then select the edge, make this like almost like spherical, select the original body and turn off the X-ray. Select the body and then you make a cut using this guy. Right click. I think that's how you do it, and turn off the curve. There might be another way, but this is pretty good. And in case of the actual AirPods, you want to make a cutted slice, and then you want to make like a thickness, so you can open this area. And in this case, I'm just exploring the possibilities, kind of imagining if this pod is actually like a character. Can we push and pull? See, sometimes it's kind of funny that in Plasticity you can do this. Can we see? Push and pull now. These areas cannot. How about this? If I insert this area using O, yeah, I can do that. So I can create like arms. Yeah, I don't necessarily need to make that cut. It's just for fun. This area, let's say we're making legs, so I just extrude it. If I'm doing like a polygon modeling, okay, I want to be able to extrude these areas. Okay, yeah, that's the thing about Plasticity. If you extrude, it's extruding from the normal. But you can also do like a lofting, I believe. So if you just extrude, you do get this, and you can keep pushing and pulling. But I think the proper way is to get this outline and then somewhat duplicate it, and then I don't know, can you scale? Yeah, you can. And then you loft it. Yeah. So I have these two curves, and then I can L. So I create that. I don't know, there might be a better way, but I know this will kind of work. So we have this sheet objects and the main body, and yeah, I just want to cover the. Gonna select the outline and then use patch. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now we have two solid, and we just merge them together. Now they are single objects, so you can blend them together. That's the idea. I don't know if this is the most proper way to do it. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not bad. We have these flat areas. I can just extrude, I think. Yeah, not the best shape in the world. So I cannot even bevel that area. Oh well. That's okay. Mirror this. Q. Merge them together. I mean, we might be able to do this. Extrude. Can I extrude? Try something. Select this. Control Shift plus X. Control Shift plus Shift X. Okay. Can we patch this area? Patch the hole. Okay. Extrude. Okay. I want to extrude out actually. Okay, that's slightly different. Still not. I want to make like a, like an elephant type of legs for our character. I think because it's not planar and plasticity doesn't like it. Oh well. Let's just mirror this and then Q. Yeah, not the best shapes. Can we extrude this area? No, it doesn't like it. So sometimes, okay, let's say this is one shapes. Let's make another one. This time we use corner box. This is corner box. If you type C, we can create this box, right? And we can still adjust it. Okay. Width, height, whatever. Height 53.5. Width 44.3. Depth 21.3. That's the dimension of original Airpods. Okay. Save. Oh, okay. What's view? Focus. Let's make this again. Okay. Control 2. Okay, that's pretty close. It's a little bit different than the original. Now I'm showing you something really weird, okay? You see I'm selecting this area and we can push and pull, right? But I can also rotate. So I'm rotating until it gets into this shape, and we have like these triangles that we can work on. We can push, we can extrude and push. And we can bevel it, I think. Select all this face, Control 2. Yeah, I just think that's kind of weird feature of Plasticity to be able to do that. I just wanted to show you. So once again, duplicate that line, scale. This is a pipe, can be a pipe. Remember this little trick. Make this spherical. Okay. Select the body, select this guy, Q. Delete the lines. You can play around with this. So we still have a bit of control. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is probably slightly broken. But yeah, I just want to show you that construct. Let's do that again. So select these areas, select the 4 corners, bevel or fillet that areas, and then select this frame, the face, and then Control 2, and then make this rounded. And after you do that, rotate it. Rotate. Rotate or scale. And the result could be really different. But I just want to get that triangle shape. Oh man. I think I get something that's completely different again, but that so we get like this cross and triangle. Yeah, slightly tricky, but I kind of like this. And then you can inset. So it's like a turtle back. Control 2, rounding that area. Okay, turtle back. Something completely different. once again. See, I can still push and pull. Why is this so, the radius so big? Oh, it's just, I wish there's a way to control this radius, but in this case I just gonna insert it. Yeah, okay. Selecting all this edge ring, control options, select all edge ring, or in this case just select this edge, make it rounded. So another pod. I think earlier I actually created something. It's like this, like a sumo character, and you can add an eyeball. The sphere is pretty versatile, and you can always do that and create like a telescope coming out of this. So I create a hole and hatch the hole. Now we can do inset using O, push and pull. Okay, this is kind of cute as well. Mirror it. Q. Okay. So you can create this kind of design that's based on the AirPods. It's kind of fun. I like this kind of shapes of the eyeballs. Maybe even rounded, make this rounded. So now it's kind of, the character is looking at you wherever you are. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the thing with plasticity, if we treat it like polygon modeling, like trying to extrude the leg, it's not as easy as you might think. Like this part of the leg is also not perfect, and you can't just extrude it and expecting it to go out. I think it's possible. There's another way to do that, a better way to extrude, but it's better to just duplicate it and then maybe loft it. Duplicate the surface and then loft. I haven't tried this much, you know. You have these two sheet of object, and then can you just loft it? Cannot. I wish is kind of doing it, you know, kind of doing it loft. Duplicate. Yeah, it's not. Doesn't seem to work. duplicate the curve. So I have two curves, and I can just loft it. Yes. So it's creating like a extrusion, and then we can join them using J, things like that. Patch the hole, so that's very useful. Now we have two solid. Q. Now it's a single objects, and we can blend. So we can push and pull as well. So that's probably one way to do it. Let's blend this area. Create like a shoes. I don't know, this one is pretty good. This part is now a little bit weird. Anyhow, select escape, select everything, mirror, Q. We have our character. Okay, so all based on the Airpods case shapes. Give it a try, make your own Airpods. This part we can use as arm or legs, a little bit better. So maybe try to design this as well. See if you can make this as simple as possible. Anyhow, hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.